Oh, we're just terrified.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we're just terrified.
Let me scoot over a little bit.
Love. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Out of all the Twilight songs on the planet, that one has to be like the best.
You actually like that song? I thought you hated
I actually
that song.
love that. No, the one I hate is 1,000 Years.
For 1,000
Yeah, that fucking bullshit
years.
fucking wedding song, the fucking I'm all the way every day. Wait, I fucking hate that song.
You hate that?
I hate that shit.
I remember because when we went on the Washington Oregon road trip, you were scolding it for all of eternity.
That shit. It's just like I've seen so many wedding videos use it like it's their fucking song,
yeah,
but it's not your fucking song. It's like everybody used the same song for every wedding video. It's like
right. It's kind of like Heat Waves.
Yes,
I think it's a banger song, but it could.
But like everyone's using it as if they think there's something special. Like, oh my god, girl! Like when I think about you, it's like shut up. You know what I mean? Shut up.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's too broad.
Shut up. It's just
broad.
It's not just broad. It's not unique. It's not specific to anybody.
It's not like Brown Eyed Girl or something.
Exactly.
Because Brown Eyed Girl's like, okay, at least the girl has brown eyes.
Exactly. Or it could be a silly song just from like your relationship or something. A song that keeps coming up or whatever. Or at least choose something with more nuance. It's like every single wedding video after Twilight came out was like 1,000 years over and over. I'll love you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 years.
Shout out to you.
No, you won't, bitch. It'll end in divorce.
Shout out to damn.
Sorry.
Shout out to you blokes who played 1,000 years at your wedding.
No. Shout out to the blokes that didn't. That knew that there was a song more special to their relationship than the fucking standard wedding song.
Yeah, well.
So, but yeah, anyway, the other song I actually like.
Anyway,
the Terrified Jaunt, that's just a fucking banger.
Sean,
fucking banger. What?
I'm so happy to be back in L.A., Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
We've both traveled
Angelinos.
the United States yet again. This time we flew.
This time by plane and not by car.
Yeah.
Which actually, I miss some of the things you could get from driving by a car.
Oh my god, yeah.
And you can't with like flying on a plane.
Yeah, I mean the road trip was fun. The flight was awful. At least mine.
I feel like it's like planes are like way quicker. You can get to the other side of the country in a day versus like 2 to 3 days to get anywhere. Yeah. But you can carry as much stuff as you can pack.
Yeah.
You know, you're seeing more sights. You're not stuck with a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Like unless you are stuck with a baby, then that's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, but driving across the country with a baby that
has to be hell.
Yeah.
I think that might be the gates of hell.
That might be, yeah.
But even then, you can take stops. In a plane, there's no stops. You're just stuck here.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah, and the plane on the way back to Maryland for me was fine. Like, I had a movie I could watch, but this time I had to fly Spirit. And I want to say this out fucking loud.
Oh, wow.
Fuck Spirit Airlines and their whole family.
Oh, you want smoke? Hey, look, he said that. All
that
right?
was literally
that
was probably the worst travel experience I've ever had in my entire life. They wouldn't even give me water for free. Like, nothing is free with Spirit. It ended up costing way more. Like we should have just paid for like a fucking like flight that was like more expensive because I had to end up paying more because of my luggage and shit.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't pay for the oversized luggage ahead of time.
That's the trick that they try to get you. The cheaper airlines will charge you for every little thing, so you're gonna pay the same amount.
Yeah, fuck Spirit and your mother. Like, like, no offense, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it was so awful. I was exhausted. Like, everything got delayed. Both flights got delayed.
Ouch. Yeah.
So, like...
That's rough.
I literally had to, like... The first one got delayed at only like an hour. So I left at like 6. But I had to go to the airport at the same time. Because I went to the airport with my sister. And Jennifer and, like, they were going to Salt Lake to ski. Which we should do sometime.
Is that where that Salt Lake thing yeah, okay.
Yeah, we should. Okay. We should definitely. We should do the same thing sometime.
We should try it.
We should go to Salt Lake and ski. We should get like a whole crew together or something.
I'm not really a skiing person, but
I've always wanted to go skiing.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because Alex Chen lives in Salt Lake now. Do you know Alex
Chen?
Does?
I know Alex Chen.
And so
I finally met him.
He just goes there to ski. Apparently it's like the ski place.
I see.
Yeah, it'd be really fun.
I've never skied before, and I never had an interest in it, but I'm feeling it now. I want to live that experience of like a bunch of fucking snow and then you're just like soaring.
It sounds cool.
It sounds fun.
We're soaring.
We're trying to get that sorted at some point.
There's not a star in heaven.
Yeah, I've never taken. I think I've taken Spirit maybe like in my early life. But the thing with like airlines,
I will never take Spirit again ever.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, and I've always hated just like the way airlines like treat you, and that you're so uncomfortable for hours on end. Dude, it's just like it's AIDS.
So like the second flight, the people were nice, but on the first flight they were rude. Like she's like, "Can I get you like a snack or beverage?" I'm like, "Oh, could I just have water?" And she's like, "Oh, you want a bottle of water?" And I'm like, Is it like charged? And she's like, yeah, everything's charged. I'm like, can I just have a fucking bottle of water?
I don't know how you can like have all these humans on one thing for so long and then not give people fucking water.
Dude, no peanuts, no pretzels for free. Are you kidding me? I thought
those are like basic,
standard. I don't fly that much, but I was like, exactly.
Spirit won't even give you water. It's basically prison. Actually, I think don't they give you water in prison?
Yeah, they probably they give you 3 meals a day in prison, bro.
Yeah, so this
Spirit's
is
worse than prison.
Gates of hell.
And then the second flight, I had a layover in Atlanta, so like that was fine because I've never been to Atlanta. I still haven't really been to Atlanta.
Haven't seen it.
I've been to Georgia, but I haven't been to like Atlanta.
How does that make any sense?
Well, Atlanta's in Georgia, but it's not all of Georgia.
Yeah, but I feel like the key part of Georgia is Atlanta.
I used to have friends that lived in Georgia, actually.
Like random parts of Georgia?
They were friends that used to be like our neighbors in the house next door, and then they moved to like Pennsylvania, and we visited them there a few times, and then they moved to Georgia, and we like visited them there like once or twice.
Interesting.
And also, yeah, I've driven through Georgia to get to like Florida and
other
stuff.
Places?
Yeah. But anyway, so I was in this Atlanta airport, and the flight that was supposed to be at like 7:50 or 8:30 or something got delayed until like 10:30.
Damn.
So I just had to like roam around the airport, but like the flight, like what's it called, the concourses or whatever, they kept changing. So I like ran around multiple different ones, making sure my flight wasn't about to leave at like 8:30 because like we got there at like 8:30.
Oh shit. Oh, I hate when you have to like transfer flights and it has to be like in like 5-10 minutes. And
exactly.
You're booking it to the gate.
So I had this one, and it was like, yo, your gate is like E1. So I started heading to E, but then I look at this updated ticket they gave me and it said D3, and I'm like, what the hell? So I like ran back.
Yeah.
And then like it wasn't there. So I'm like, what's going on? So I went all the way, and this was like so far. I went all the way to like D3 or whatever, or E1, and just to learn that it was actually at D3, but at 10:30. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had to like go all the way back to D3, and I just was so exhausted. I had like my backpack was packed to the brim.
So, right, because like, that bag is freaking hurting.
Carrying all the film shit and stuff is it makes your backpack like so heavy.
Yeah, that's why I try not to overpack too much, but all that film equipment is like so much to move back and forth. So,
but it's like
better to have like one in one place and then one in the other, so you don't have to do that as much.
It reminds me of like, oh wow,
yeah, city tripping.
That's that city ambiance.
Run after somebody.
It kind of does sound like a high speed chase, doesn't it?
No, actually, I think you can see it. These gray cards. Oh shit!
What?
There's some GTA shit going on.
What the heck? Yeah, they're hella cards. They're hella cards. What the?
Woo! Welcome to the mad streets of Los Santos, bro. Dude, each one of those passing black and gray cars were cop vehicles.
You know? Oh yeah, there was the one time we played GTA and I tried finding the closest place to like our apartment on the map.
Oh yeah. I found something
pretty close.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the exact like apartment, but it's like it's on,
the building doesn't quite look the same, but the street looks the same.
It has like a gate that's like similar. Like I bought like the house closest.
Had a little like back road to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it like exactly. It was on the street with the tram, but the street with the tram is like not the same as like the one that goes to the beach.
Yeah, I think
in GTA.
Doesn't it just go to the airport? Where's the?
I think it just or something.
It goes not to the beach.
No, it's like it's not exactly where it is in real life or something. Yeah. It's like slightly altered, but it's still pretty close.
It is pretty close. It's incredibly close, like the way they designed Los Santos to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Although not every location is the same, like a lot of the key parts are
exactly the same too. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're living that right now, bro. I don't know what that rush of there was like 7 cop cars. I think there's a chase going on right now.
It seems like it. We'll see if they like loop around or something.
Yeah, I'm curious. I hope
they loop back around. Sorry, this is like kind of off topic, but I'm trying to grub. Like, you trying to eat after this?
Are you with the Jacob right now?
Well, we
can eat something.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, so Sean and I, like, we just moved back in, so there's not much in our fridge, you know. So
no, we left that shit fucking vacant. This place was like super vacant when we left it.
It was. It was. I mean, that's how you should do it, probably, I guess.
Yeah, you don't want to have too much fucking, like, anything when you're leaving for a month and coming back.
Yeah. We're back, dude. We're back.
We're back in LA. It's nice. It's somewhat sunny today. Apparently, the day before I arrived, it was raining hard.
Really?
Like, storm. Like, people couldn't drive because the rain was hitting so hard.
I'm not surprised, man. Since I've been here, it's rained like hella for some reason.
I was just going to say, like... I was talking to my Lyft driver about this. I'm like, dude, that usually never happens. He's like, no, it never happens. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Dude, maybe I'm bringing the storms to...
Yeah, maybe you're bringing too much of Maryland back here, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on. The both of us is too much.
Dude, exactly. Much. Yeah, but to wrap up the flight story, I got back here at like 2:30 or something, like to the apartment, which is like 5:30 Maryland time. Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, I'm a night owl, but I was exhausted. I was just so
freaking dead.
So like, when I woke up this morning, Sean, and you walked in my room, I was like, it's good to see Sean.
Things are somewhat back to normal.
I was like, I never have to fly Spirit Airlines ever again.
Yeah, I don't recommend them, bro. There's only one airline I've ever felt like so comfortable in. Yeah. It's Alaska Airlines.
Shout out Alaska.
And I'll take them every day. I want to be sponsored by them, honestly. Like, I really love the way that they treat me.
Yeah.
And I literally won't fly any other airline.
Yeah, I hate Spirit Airlines. I usually don't have strong opinions on airlines.
That's why just flying is in general pretty. It's like the most ass experience that you can have. So you have to try and make it as comfortable as possible.
That's what I'm saying. Like the ones with movies are so nice. Like when you get to
the
watch
fact that Spirit doesn't have any. You're just like sitting there, just hoping to die. Like,
dude, it was awful. It was completely awful.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the film stuff. So like that reminds me of the college days because I had to take a lot of like these like
film shit.
Yeah, it was actually before the film shit though. Even it was like when I had to take these like base visual arts classes because my major was like visual arts concentration cinematic arts. So I had to take a bunch of like base visual arts classes for the first semester. So it was like drawing 1 and like it was like 2D art and like all these other things. And so for drawing, I had to like carry around this like huge like drawing pad and this huge drawing gauge. It was, like,
I had to do that too when I had my drawing class.
Oh yeah, and so I just felt like ridiculous like walking around with it. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like that when I have to haul the camera and shit across the country.
No, it's a similar vibe. Yeah, hauling all this bullshit. The Dr. Pill, I love Dr. Pill, but going anywhere with him is so much work.
Big speaker, big JBL speaker,
big speaker, big boombox.
Yeah. Anyway, how was your flight back?
My flight was, it was pretty smooth. It was pretty smooth this time. Ever since COVID, there was no nonstop flights from LA to Maryland. So, flying that whole period was AIDS. It was so bad. And also just COVID in general.
Yeah.
Although, like, with COVID, they used to do the thing where, like, everyone would have 3 seats. That was nice.
Wait, you just, like there was nobody next to you on either side?
This was back during COVID times. But because everyone had to, like, be 6 feet apart, the way they remedied this was, like, everyone gets a row to themselves.
Wait, could you just put the hand rests up? And
exactly. Put the hand rests up. People are laying down, like, full beds. It felt like first class or something. I'm just chilling. There's no babies next to me.
That's
like,
awesome. That's
so chilling.
That's epic.
I was chilling. But this was way back during COVID. And, like, the layovers were horrible.
Yeah.
Now there's nonstop, so I took the nonstop to get all the way to LA, and going over there was AIDS because there was no Uber or Lyft that was taking me the first time.
Yeah.
But going over there, I like scheduled an Uber ahead of time, so I didn't have to deal with that bullshit.
In Maryland or in LA?
In Maryland.
Oh, okay,
coming back to LA.
Yeah.
And the Uber came right on time. I ended up being like 3 hours ahead of schedule, and like I was just sitting there waiting for my like plane or whatever. Got a nice seat. I ate some good food. I was like, in such peace. I got on that fucking plane.
Yeah, I love it when it goes smoothly.
Exactly.
Like when it goes smoothly, it's so chill.
No, it was just like, I can just like relax. So I was just like, listening to the project while I was waiting for my plane. Oh, are they circling back? Wait, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
You see the car? They are circling.
Oh shit! Police department rescue.
Rescue?
Yeah. I think the police. Dude, these are fucking tanks. Do you see this?
What is Dude, this is crazy.
Bro, those are SWAT team.
Wait, did you see the car? Did you see the car they were chasing, or are they not chasing the car?
I didn't see the car they were chasing. I think they're backup, bro.
Dude, what?
Bro, all right. Let me tell the people what I just saw, man. I saw 2 or 3 SWAT armored vehicles, bro. Like fucking those weird tank truck looking motherfuckers zooming down the road. So whatever's happening, it's bad.
Yeah, it seems bad.
It's really bad. We're probably gonna hear it on the news later on today.
Your average Thursday in Los Angeles.
We'll do a little bit of research.
That's actually pretty.
It's usually not that bad.
It's usually not that bad at all. Yeah.
Dang, they actually sent backup, bro. I'm kind of scared.
I can't wait to see. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I can't. I know that's crazy, but I just keep thinking I'm like, dude, I can't wait to feel the warmth of the Los Angeles air. I was
Meanwhile, there's fucking I don't know what's happening, terrorism or whatever's occurring that needs fucking SWAT cars.
Needs attention right now, and I'm just like, wow, the weather seems like it's nice.
The weather seems to be nice today. But yeah, God, where was I on my flight story?
Oh, you were just eating and chilling.
I was eating and chilling. Got on the plane. There's this nice blue light. I'm like, cool. I got my window seat, so I don't have to get up for anybody. Nice. I'm chilling. And in the middle of me sleeping, peacefully.
Yeah.
A fucking baby, bro.
Dude.
I woke up right out of my sleep like this fucking little piece of shit.
Dude, okay, so there was a baby on my flight too, but I actually kind of disagree with you.
What?
Yeah, alright, check me out. Hear me out. So the baby was crying, but the mother was shushing the baby. And the way the mother's voice was soothing the baby, it was actually kind of soothing itself.
Did you feel like you were the baby, Kevin? Oh my god, what?
Yeah, I felt like I was the baby. I was like, oh, she's soothing me.
I think maybe it also depends. I feel like the younger babies, they don't have a cry that's so loud. And then their parent is actively trying to soothe them.
It was pretty loud, but she was just shh, shh. And then the baby slowly got quieter and quieter. And I'm like, damn, good job, mom.
See, then maybe that's a trick. If you're gonna have a baby on a plane, you have to have a fucking skilled ass
voice.
Yeah, exactly, to soothe that baby. Because mine, there was no super soothing voice. Yeah. The baby was 7-9 rows behind me, and it was loud as fuck all the way to me. So whoever's sitting next to that baby must be fucking dead.
So I can counter. Yeah, I'll counter your no baby policy and say that as long as you have a soothing voice and you're able to calm the baby down, then it's okay. Because then you can give other people some peace of mind.
I don't know, man. Because that motherfucker was because it didn't sound like the type of cry where they needed something like food or sleep or burping or whatever that bullshit is.
Yeah,
it's not like the type of cry where it's you just want attention.
Oh,
it sounded like maybe even a 2-year-old cry or something like that.
Oh, that's yeah, you're right. When they get a little bit older, it's pretty bad.
It's especially they're just trying to irritate you.
The worst one's when they're 7 or something, and they still think that crying is acceptable.
Yeah, no, it's bro, you're 7. I ought to beat your ass myself.
Yeah. Oh my god. In public,
yeah, just to teach them to shut the fuck up. You feel me? Just
that's not what I was actually. I was
talking about beating this child
in public. No, I was talking about.
Are we talking about?
I was talking about them crying in public.
Oh.
I did not mean beating them or beating them in public. Those are your words.
I have to teach them humiliation, man.
Don't TMZ me.
Fair. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. And I love babies, but when it's in a plane context, I fucking hate them.
It's like snakes on a plane too with babies.
Babies on a plane. It's just why? Why would you, if you know they're not ready, why would you bring them onto this fucking plane? I don't know. And annoy I woke up out of my sleep and I couldn't go back to sleep until this baby decided to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry.
I'm glad your flight went well. Other than that, though.
Other than that, it was peaceful. I woke up in the last 30 minutes of my flight. So I slept through the whole fucking thing. I always sleep through my flights.
Yeah.
But I woke up in the last 30 minutes. They were like, all right, we're about to land in LA. Like, be ready or whatever.
Do you have a neck pillow?
No neck pillow.
I want to invest in one.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
That helped me sleep so much on the Oregon-Washington trip.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't necessarily need a neck pillow to fall asleep, but it always hurts on, like, the way up.
That's
when you, like, wake up and you're like, fuck!
Yeah.
You know, like, my neck is cricking.
Yeah.
But I watched a little bit of a movie.
Oh, what movie?
When we were about to land. I saw the first, like, 20 minutes of Glass.
Oh.
Which is the threequel of the trilogy.
Yeah, we talked about it in, like,
Unbreakable trilogy?
I want to say we talked about it in, like, episode, like, 3.
Yeah, I've been saying we gotta watch that. And, like, since then, I'm still thinking, like, we have to watch all three of those.
Haven't you already seen Glass?
Yeah, but it's so good. Oh,
you liked Glass? Wait, yeah.
The beginning is so good. I've been, like, so eager to watch it again.
No, I'm down. As you know, I love Unbreakable. I really like Split. I just haven't seen Mr. Glass.
I think we have to see all three, so we'll set that up at some point.
Sounds like a bet. I've been loving Unbreakable since before they made it.
Yeah, I think you showed me Unbreakable first, and I was like, all right, this is a banger.
Yeah,
and then Split came out, and I was like, oh, this is like another banger.
I felt like Unbreakable was kind of low key before Split made it like a cinematic universe.
Yeah, it was definitely low key. It was just like that one-off, like, strange movie, but it was like, it was good.
I watched something this week too.
What'd you see?
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh yeah. I don't think we got to get into that last episode.
No, I watched it this week.
You didn't watch it last week? I think you said you wanted to watch it this week. And you finally got around to it. How was it?
So it was really good. Like, I was really hesitant because it's Wes Anderson.
You don't like Wes Anderson's stuff?
Well, okay. For those of you out there, like, don't come for me, okay?
The film bros are coming. They're lighting the pitchforks.
I am a film bro, and sometimes you got to have your own hot takes. But the movie that I always say is my least favorite movie is, Sean, drum roll please. You know the answer.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom. I don't know what about it. I just always hated it, like, so much. There's something about it that like irks me. I don't know what it is.
The style.
Yeah, I think it's
like
a
style. Weird pastel-looking style.
I think I realized that, like, some directors love symmetry and some directors love
asymmetry.
Asymmetry, yeah. And Wes Anderson loves symmetry in a way to me that, like, bothers me for some reason.
It's too much.
It's like too symmetric or too weirdly colored or something like that. But I think it worked perfectly for Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh.
So I think, like, I would be definitely down to watch more Wes Anderson if it was, like, stop motion. Like,
but not if it was, like...
I will watch it for live action because now he has at least a good movie in my mind that I know of and a bad movie. So it's like, at least he's kind of, like, earned his spot back, at least in, like, me giving...
I'm willing to give you a chance.
Exactly. Because I know a lot of people do love his other movies too. Like, so maybe Moonrise Kingdom is just...
I know a lot of people that are just, like, super fans of his work.
Yeah, but, like, so here's what I, like, loved about it, right? So they embraced the limitations of stop motion even more than they had to. Like, they sized it. Mm-hmm. This is not really a spoiler. This is more the style of the movie. Mm-hmm. But basically, like, you know, they're kind of, these ones are not like the sort of... I mean, they might be clay. I don't think so, but they don't look like the clay, like, Tim Burton characters because they're furry. So if they're clay, I doubt they're clay because they're furry. You know, right, I think they're more like puppets or toys or something. Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, sometimes the characters get further away from the screen because there's, like, a wider shot, and you would think either they just, like, pull the camera back or they use smaller scale characters, right?
Right.
And they use smaller scale characters. But instead of using, like, furry, smaller scale characters, they use, like, ones that look kind of like toys.
Oh.
So they didn't have to do that. They could have easily made, like,
a literal smaller scale version.
Yeah. But they're kind of embracing, like I said, the limitations of stop motion by saying, like, oh, this shot we had to use miniatures, so we want you to know that we're using a miniature. And so they wanted you to, like, see that it was a miniature. They didn't have to do that. But I really liked that because they're, like, embracing the limitations, but they're sizing it. Like, they didn't have to. They did it as, like, an artistic choice.
They could have done a really clean way about it, but they're like, nah, we wanted to be kind of, like rough around the edges and make it look like a toy and like
exactly. Whereas like Tim Burton stuff, like you always expect everything to look at least like the same size.
Yeah,
and, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't see like a toy version of Jack Skellington when he's further away or something.
Yeah, no, it just looks like Jack Skellington.
Exactly. So I really liked that. I'm like this. I haven't seen something quite like that, and I thought that was awesome. The only thing it kind of reminded me of is like, and I know the Lego Movie is not like stop motion actually. It's not, but like. You know in the Lego Movie where they like back away, or there's like the big like spaceship is about to blast off from atop the building, and it just like plops off, and there's like a voice going like.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's like breaking the fourth wall.
Fourth wall of it, yeah.
Yeah, for the viewers' entertainment.
Do you do that type of thing in like Mr. Fox?
Yeah, well, that is the same thing. Like, by showing the toys, I would say.
Oh, true.
It's like breaking the fourth wall for the viewer's entertainment. Like,
that's true.
Haha, yeah, we did make this with puppets or with toys. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
The story was really good, too. I think it's like, is it like Brad Pitt that does the voice for Mr. Fox?
I don't know. I don't know enough about the Mr. Fox film.
I think it is. Wait, let me check.
Brad Pitt? That doesn't sound like a very Brad Pitt thing to do, though.
It sounded like him, though.
I guess it kind of could be a thing that he would do.
I feel like I did look that up last time, and it was.
That's pretty dope.
Oh, no, it's George Clooney. Sorry, George Clooney.
Yeah, I was say that sounds like a George Clooney move.
Yeah. He was good. And Bill Murray's in it, too. He's like this other guy. Anyway, it was really good. I liked it.
Would you recommend it to people?
I would actually really recommend this one. This was definitely up there for me, yeah. I still want to watch a few more. Like, I've been trying to, like, watch a lot more stop motions and stuff. One that's on the list is Corpse Bride. I haven't seen Corpse Bride.
You haven't seen Corpse Bride?
No, I've seen Tim Burton's like other one, like Frankenweenie, and obviously I've seen like.
I actually haven't seen Frankenweenie.
Yeah, I've seen Frankenweenie. I've seen like Nightmare Before Christmas. I've seen like, I think Paranorman is stop motion too, right?
Paranorman?
I think so.
What's Paranorman?
It's like I think it's stop motion. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it is.
Is that another Tim Burton-esque type of?
Yeah, Tim Burton-esque, but I don't think he's involved.
Usually.
Paranorman.
Paranorman. That kind of sounds like a sequel to Frankenweenie.
Yeah, it's kind of a similar vibe. Paranorman.
Let me guess. A kid turns into a ghost.
I think it's like he can see ghosts.
Oh.
Or something.
Do these kids see ghosts? That's a Kanye and Kid Cudi reference for those of you that understand.
The film company Leica, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the company, used 3D printers to generate all of the different faces needed for the characters.
For what?
For Paranorman.
Oh, okay. A 3D printed film. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think this is stop motion from what I can tell. Let me just and then there's also, I'm trying to think of other obviously like all that like Wallace and Gromit stuff is like stop motion.
Wallace and Gromit is classic. They are. I feel like they have to be like the epitome of like stop motion, right?
Yeah.
Wallace and Gromit, and also whatever happened to that? Was it Mr. Frog and Mr. Toad?
Mr. Frog and Mr. Toad.
You never heard of that? I remember seeing
I remember
a
the
video.
books for Frog and Toad.
Oh, I remember seeing a stop motion of Frog and Toad.
Really?
And like at the end of the episode or something, they actually showed the kids like how they animated them. They showed like their hand like going up and down, like
cool.
how they were taking like stills of like each position and stuff.
That's
like,
so cool.
So this is what animation is.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I like it. Oh, I also want to watch like this one that's like this one called like I think it's also from I think Leica's like the like stop motion studio or something like that.
Oh really?
Yeah. What is this called? Crap.
Leica. Are you sure it's not Oh, I guess there's not really any other stop. I was gonna say Pixar, but that's more standard computer animation.
What is? Pixar. Yeah. I don't think Pixar has done any like stuff. Oh, it's called.
No, they've always been computer.
Kubo.
Animation.
I want to watch this one, Kubo.
I remember seeing the trailers for that.
I heard it's really good. Yeah, it's stop motion. That's like probably next on my list. But there's a bunch. I mean, obviously.
I guess we'll just have to watch every single one of them.
I know, right? It's fun.
Ew, what's that blue one? That blue kid.
Oh, Fantastic Planet. I don't know.
I kind of want to see that one.
I feel like so the reason I like watching these, I might have said this on the last episode, is because I feel like the time spent, like they put so much time into it that I feel like I'm getting like my time's worth when I watch them.
Interesting. So you don't feel like they're wasting your time?
I feel like they can't.
Because
Like,
they
I'm
put
like,
so much
even if the
backbreaking
story's
work
not
into it.
perfect, I'm like, if they put in, like, you can, like, admire the animation.
Interesting. I kind of feel that sort of when I watch a lot of movies in general, but then some movies I feel are designed to waste my time. So, yeah, I guess with stop motion, I always appreciate stop motion no matter what it is, just because, like, there's so much more, like, backbreaking work being put into each frame.
Right, exactly. I'm like, this is, like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, what is new? Like, what happened in the past week? Like, what happened since then? I guess
not too much. Just moved back into the apartment. We have a mouse issue.
Yeah,
it's kind of rough.
That's no fun.
Now. It's not fun at all. I came back, and I was just like getting accustomed with the apartment, turning the lights back on, putting the Wi-Fi back in, just like getting everything in order, and in this pile of clothes that I left on the ground, which, yes, that's on me for putting it on the ground, but like in this pile that I finally decided to start like picking up and putting away, there's just like this little fucking like mouse with its big ass eyes and long ass tail just sitting in my pile of clothes.
Yeah.
And it was like under like a shirt or something. I picked up the shirt and put it away, and I looked over and we like locked eyes for like it had to be like a fifth of a second.
Yeah.
But we locked eyes and we were both like fucking terrified of each other.
What color was it?
It was like a grayish brown.
I think the first one was white, right? Because we had a mouse like last.
We did have a mouse like maybe, I guess technically like a month, 2 months ago, but we killed that thing, so it's gone now. But that one was also, I think, grayish. I think these are the same ones.
I thought it was white. Maybe they're in the same family.
It might be the same family. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, it's one thing to see one mouse, it's another thing to see multiple mice.
Yeah.
And like, is there an infestation? Is there something in the walls? My guess, it might even be our ventilation system because it's all kinds of fucked right now.
Maybe.
So.
We didn't even leave any food out or anything.
No, we're not like a food out type of messy people. We're actually pretty clean about that. We don't even really have any food in here for them to like try and steal.
Yeah, we're pretty
no
good.
food here. So I don't know why we're having this issue now. But yeah, we locked eyes and it like tried to run like out of sight. And I ran out of my room. I was like, fuck, I can't deal with this bullshit.
Right.
But after one conversation with my mom and then kind of getting back to my senses, I was like, all right, look, there is no one here that will deal with your bullshit.
Yeah.
So you just have to, gotta deal with it. You just gotta get up and be like, all right, this is my problem that I have to deal with. I'm just gonna go and fucking handle it.
Yeah.
So I have certain plans in place now to try and trap this thing, kill this thing, and then just send it away.
Well, we definitely should get more mouse traps. The housing place might provide them, but it is kind of the adulting thing to be like, I have to deal with this myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In that spur of the moment, I became like such a fucking child because there's like when you see a mouse, it's like you freak out and then you go let your parent deal with it because you don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I am my own parent, so like. Something like snapped in me, and I was like, all right, I'm like not afraid of this thing. I'm just gonna take care of it and then just like kill it.
I like that you were able to snap into that mindset.
Yeah, man, it's adulting. It's adulting. Yeah. It's definitely like, I don't know. It's weird becoming an adult because you can see certain things that you used to do that you just either can't do anymore. Or you've grown out of.
Right, so you can't afford to worry about it almost.
That's what I'm saying. I can't afford to worry about it. I can't just like let someone else deal with this bullshit. This has to be me. So I'm gonna fucking do it.
Definitely.
Do it. We might have two though, so watch out for your bedroom.
Yeah, no, I'll be careful.
Look out.
But the grind begins again now that we're back in LA, I think.
Yep, the grind begins again, and I'm feeling super refreshed from my trip in Maryland. I took some multivitamins earlier today.
Oh, nice.
Just to try to make sure I have all the things that my body needs. I went on my run.
Yeah, nice. We'll have to eat too, for sure.
I ate something after my run.
Did you like go somewhere to get food?
I just went to AM/PM and grabbed like a quick bite.
Oh, nice.
Felt pretty good.
I don't know what I want, but like tacos do sound kind of good.
We can go back to that place.
We could. But we have to be somewhere before 6. That's a problem.
Oh, what time is it now?
We might be fine.
We have enough time to go there, and then from there, it's like...
Oh, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Sean and I have a favorite taco place that we always go to.
Oh, yeah. You want to give him a shout out here or later?
I don't even know what it's called, but it's like...
That's the best type of taco place where you can't even...
Yeah, you don't even know the name. I just don't even
know what it is.
Yeah, like, we're able to walk there. It's nice. And it's kind of low-key, because we're, like, right next to USC, so you'd expect, like, a bunch of, like, USC heads to be there, but there's actually not. It's, like...
No, it's like a really chill spot. There's not ever, like, too many people. Like, sometimes it's a really crowded, like, lunch break or something, but it's, like... It's low key, you know what I mean?
I've been missing those tacos all break.
All break,
yeah.
I realized back in Maryland, there's like not a designated taco place.
Dude, they do. I did get some good tacos this break just because I was craving tacos, but they still aren't like these tacos are so simple, but they're so good.
Yeah,
because they're just like simple or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like where'd you go for like that one taco place?
The one taco place. Well, I went to Java Nation a few times and got tacos.
Where was it? Where is that on the?
That's
pipe?
like right next to my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just got tacos from there. Like, I just wanted tacos because they had them. And they were actually pretty good. But, like, you know when, like, restaurants try to make tacos, like, fancier than they should be?
Fine dining tacos?
It was, like, a little fancy. I mean, they weren't super fancy. They were pretty good. But I liked the...
Not enough street in it.
Yeah, I like the simpleness of just, like... the basics of what
chicken,
you need.
Put some onion in there.
Yeah, maybe some like
a little cilantro.
Exactly.
We're good to go.
You got your lemon, and then you got your sauces.
Exactly. I appreciate how here there's like I feel like per every McDonald's there's a taco place like somewhere near it. There's like a bunch of tacos like all over the place.
Yes.
Kind of pick. But back in Maryland, like at least like where I'm from in Maryland, there's not like a billion taco places.
No. Like I love. I've always loved tacos, but like in Maryland, like it wouldn't be super frequent that I would get tacos.
That's true.
Like I love tacos.
I didn't get a single taco my entire time in Maryland.
I mean, my dad would make them sometimes, is what I'm saying, and I love taco nights. But also tacos, I feel like in Maryland are like different than tacos here. Tacos in Maryland are like ground beef.
Yeah. But
apparently ground beef was like invented by like Taco Bell or some shit.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true. That might be like a myth.
I heard that the hard shell was invented by Taco Bell, but I'm not sure about that either. But it wasn't created by the Mexicans.
I feel like there's no way ground beef was invented by Taco Bell. But let me Google it. Who invented ground beef?
I feel like ground beef... Actually, wait, think about it. I feel like a lot of Southerners used ground beef because like they would use it for other dishes and they just put it in the taco. So that makes sense.
Wait a second.
What?
Oh, never mind. Brothers Frank and Charles Menchez came from Ohio to sell food at the Erie County Fair in 1885 in Hamburg, New York, and ran out of pork sausage. They went to a local butcher who gave them ground beef. Wait, what? They seasoned the meat with coffee, brown sugar, and spices and put it between 2 slices of bread.
What?
Wait, so how did they invent ground beef? It sounds like the local butcher created ground beef.
Are you talking about ground beef? Because ground beef and then ground beef for tacos are
right.
different.
I mean like the grinded ground beef. How do I like specify that?
Like taco meat ground beef? Because you can also just get ground beef and then make a burger out of it.
That's it. Okay, this is like something like big takeaways. White people didn't accidentally invent the hard shell taco. Oh. They're not sure where the origins lie, but
it's not a Mexican invention.
Tacos date back to 18th century Mexican silver mines.
Oh.
This is just tacos in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it says a lot of people attribute the hard shell taco to Glenn Bell of Taco Bell, but apparently Anglos from Los Angeles created the first preformed taco shell. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Is that like a
restaurant?
So
Los Angeles.
Is that a restaurant or a person? Anglos?
Anglos sounds like a person.
Why? Anglos. I'm not sure.
Anglos. It could be a place, I guess.
The American taco was made possible by chili powder. Oh.
Chili powder.
Glenn Bell of Taco Bell is credited for creating the preformed taco shell.
We're just doing a lot of research on the the taco.
Yeah. The earliest known recipe for tacos could easily be mistaken for empanadas.
Interesting.
These are all the takeaways of this article.
I see.
Northern Mexico is where it's at if you want a goat beef taco.
A goat beef taco?
I don't even know if that makes sense in a sentence like that.
a greatest.
All right, that's enough. I can't figure it out. I clearly just don't know.
It sounds like
but that was by a look. That was a look into the history of the Americanized taco by Sienna Hill on the First We Feast website. If you're interested,
ooh, credited her.
Of course, I can't just
read her information,
read all her article and then not
facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like the hard shell was made in Los Angeles apparently. From what that article was saying.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
Which
like.
we don't know. We didn't substantiate that.
But now, I wasn't originally a big fan of corn tacos, but now I always get corn. Especially, I think they just it hits different in LA. Yeah. I used to be a flour guy all the way.
Yeah, flour just seems standard flour.
But I also don't like hard shell tacos that much because they always break on me.
I hate hard shells.
Yeah.
A, breakage.
Yeah.
B, it doesn't taste good.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All that fucking hard shell in your mouth. Do you want that? Pause?
I don't get it. I don't get the appeal.
It's not attractive, bruh. Yeah. We were on that one trip with our guy, and he wanted the hard shell, and I just couldn't it broke my heart.
With our guy?
With our guy.
Which
our
guy
that we know.
Which guy?
Lou.
Oh, Jacob.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was you said his last name, so I thought you meant Lou as a first name, and I was
no, Lou is a last name.
I was we don't know anybody named Lou.
But he wanted the hard shell, and I was just
Louis?
Jacob
wanted a hard shell.
He said he specified he wanted it over the soft
Jacob
standard
at Jacob Lou.
Fucking...
What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding.
It's just what the fuck, man? Don't disrespect me. You feel me?
Yeah.
It just seems so disrespectful. The hard shell.
Yeah, corn tortillas are the way to go. That or flour. You heard it here first.
You did hear it. You definitely did not hear that here.
No, yeah, you definitely.
You may have heard that somewhere else.
And here's another thing. It's definitely cereal before the milk. You're actually a lunatic if you think it's milk before the cereal.
I'm not on their base camp, but I'll play devil's advocate.
Don't even play devil's advocate.
Let me just try to give a case here. All right, let's say you just wanted some milk in a bowl, and you're just sipping, and you're oh, what would go well with this milk? Some cereal. Then you put the cereal after. But it was
why are you sipping milk out of a bowl? What are you, a cat or some shit?
Look,
why are you sipping milk out of a bowl?
Do not offend the cat people out there. Some people like their milk out of a fucking bowl.
In the morning, instead of getting a mug for your milk, you're gonna get a bowl.
Also, think about it. The result ends up being the same.
No, it's not.
It's the same.
No, it's not. Because think about it. If you pour the milk in first, then you can only put so much cereal in because it gets you put it on top, so you can't put that much cereal in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So it just floats to the top.
Oh.
So instead, you fill the bowl up with cereal, and then the milk fills in the gaps. So there's a good amount of cereal, and the milk fills it in, and then
that's a good point.
You have the delicious milk that tastes like cereal when you're done with the cereal. But these blokes, they'd be putting the milk in first. You can only put so much cereal in it because it'll float on top of the milk.
Okay, that's true, but if you start with the milk and then put the cereal after, you get more of the cereal as hard while you're eating it.
I don't think so. It's the same.
Because it's some of them are floating on top and they're slowly sinking into the bottom.
I don't even think they slowly sink. I think they kind of just float.
I think they sink.
Maybe some. But I think overall it's going to be the same amount of soggy for the same amount of time.
We'll have to test it. I haven't really had milk.
Dude, there's just no way. If you, it's actually crazy. I'm sorry if you are hearing.
You're gonna attack those people?
Yeah, I am. If you put your milk before your cereal, you're actually clinically insane.
I'll do you one better. If you segregate your milk and your cereal, you must be racist.
You met somebody who did that?
I've never met anybody who did that, but that one scene in Get Out feels like there's definitely...
Wait, I can't remember it. What happens in it?
There's a scene in Get Out, and this is a semi-spoiler, but it has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah.
But the main white lady has a bowl of cereal, and it was Fruit Loops, so it's a bunch of different colors and shit, and her milk. And the milk was in a glass, the cereal was just in a bowl, and she was just eating them. But she kept them completely separated.
That's so weird.
And it felt like it felt like she was trying to say something, you know?
That's so weird.
It was low-key racist as fuck without being, like, racist at all. So
it's like, here's my question: does she eat one and then sip, or does she like put them in her mouth and then like drink a little milk?
She literally was like eating like 1, 2, and then 3, and then like she sipped a little bit of the milk.
Does she swallow the cereal though before she takes a sip?
I have to check the footage again and see.
Yeah, you gotta run the tapes back.
I gotta run the tapes back because it just looks sus. Like what is going on?
Like why are they separate if she's like putting the milk in when she hasn't chewed the cereal yet?
Maybe she wants the taste of the cereal.
The dry cereal, and then she wants to only become soggy, like, when she drinks the milk.
I don't know. It just felt like she wanted to keep it separated. Yeah. So,
well, Get Out had a lot of that, like, sort of those themes in it, so
it
I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe it's just for that movie, but something about the way the movie presented it felt like it was a very real thing that some people genuinely practice.
All right, if you do that, let us know.
You are in the clan.
And, yeah,
you know right now.
You heard it here first.
You must be a clan member. So, there's only one way to eat cereal and milk. If you do anything else, you're either insane or a clan member.
Exactly.
There are no other options. There are no other options.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I need to like look at my calendar to know like what else I did in the past week.
I was gonna say because like all I've been doing this week has just been nailing down this this album that I've been doing.
Oh yeah,
and we're at the point where I actually have to figure out like promotional shit.
Is it like basically done?
It's basically done. I'm just listening to it over and over again.
I can't wait. Yeah, the songs, they sound great.
Sound really, really fire.
Oh, we
gotta do a photo shoot. We did listen to it.
I think that happened in the past week. So that was the same night that what did we do that night?
I think we hung out with Emmy one last time.
Was that Left 4 Dead?
We played Left 4 Dead before that.
I can't remember.
No, we didn't. Dude, that was before. That was like the day before, I think.
But it was since last.
It was. I think it was that week.
We played this game. If you guys have ever played like Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood is the new one, but it's like this zombie game. And like
I guess Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 are like ancient fucking games.
They're pretty old now,
like decades old.
Yeah, but my dad's like an IT guy, so we'll like go to his office and like play Left 4 Dead on like 4 computers right next to each other and stuff. And we'll like kill a bunch of zombies together. Yeah. And it was great. It was a great time.
That shit was always gets like so intense playing Left 4 Dead because there's just so many like insane killer zombies coming after you, and you have to figure out a plan on the spot, and just a lot of running around.
It's hype. Yeah. Shout out Emmy, Max, and David for pulling up, and
a lot of bonding.
Harry pulled up like a few nights before, like, and we played some Left 4 Dead.
It was just you and Harry.
Yeah. And we were actually able to play the one map that time because it's on 2 computers.
Oh, so it works?
Yeah, there's like Lord of the Rings map that we like playing, but we couldn't figure it out.
Was it called Helm's Deep or something like that?
Yeah, it's like the wall in like the 3rd movie, and you get to like kill a bunch of zombies.
That map is fantastic.
It's pretty awesome.
It makes me want to like revisit the Lord of the Rings movies again. Yeah. But I'm far too afraid to do that.
I mean, they're well made, but they're definitely tiring.
They're just long. You know what I mean? And like, I feel like that makes it a commitment. Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready to give it.
I still have to like. I still want to watch Game of Thrones all the way through, but I feel the same way. It's like I feel like it's a commitment that's gonna take time. Yeah. So like once I begin, it's like I'm not gonna be able to stop.
Yeah. You just gotta get on the wave and just keep riding.
Because I can't believe I haven't seen it yet. But anyway. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I talked about my animation last week because you talked about how you're almost done with your songs. Mm-hmm. I think I mentioned I had like a short term one. Mm-hmm. That's basically done. It's basically ready to go. I just have to export it, and then like you know how like sometimes you can't see the errors until you export because like the programs be going too slow, like Premiere and After Effects.
Yeah, that Darkness Ascension actually is one of those projects where I can't actually listen to the playback
until you export
while I'm working on it. So I have to export it as like a preview version, listen to it, and then export it again.
Yeah, so this one it's like done, but I need to export it to like make sure that it's done, and I might have to edit it some more. But the export takes so long because like anything with like After Effects and Premiere, it just takes fucking forever. Yeah. Premiere itself is fine, but when it's like that, like After Effects.
If you take it After Effects, you're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah, so that
rendering is crazy.
But yeah, I'll export, and that should be out pretty soon.
You know what I hate?
Yeah.
In Logic, when you hit the bounce button, there's no like exit bounce or like cancel or fail.
Oh.
So if you, because that's happened to me like several times, but I would be bouncing something and be like, all right, cool, I'm done. It's like laid back, and then realize I put the wrong freaking export settings. Like I'm supposed to be in like fucking like what, like a crazy like export setting, like 44 like kilohertz or something, instead of like 42, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go back and change it
to bounce though, because I feel like the bouncing is usually super fast. Like
you see, it is for like 2-minute songs, 3-minute songs, but not too many crazy compressions and stuff like that going on. But when you have 30, because I bounce all the songs together, so I can listen to it all together and hear how it sounds as one project. So bouncing 30 minutes is like, I have to wait here for like 5 minutes just to like
5 minutes. That still sounds nice. You know,
it's quicker than like film stuff. Yeah, but so it's still like I have to wait here instead of like just going and checking it immediately.
I never talked about it fully on the podcast, I don't think, but like the Starbound stuff takes like I just like it takes like all night basically.
Yeah, that's different. That's a journey.
Because like technically I'm uploading like a hour 20-minute video to YouTube, right? So like
no, it's just like one frame.
So I like what I do is we record it in like Audacity, and then like I normalize it so it's not like peaking too much or whatever, and then I compress it in Logic and I bounce it, and that doesn't take long at all. But then I put it in Premiere to like the Starbound like photo, and I export that, and I just usually that happens at like the end of the night, which is why we record on Thursdays and they drop on Fridays, because it takes a minute to like Thursdays, like they take a minute because I gotta like prepare everything and stuff. And then I usually like design the thumbnail like while it's like uploading or something, when I have some free time or whatever. Which I like doing. I love doing the thumbnails. They're like...
The thumbnails are dope. My mom, like, just hit me and was like, oh my god, I love this one thumbnail of you guys, like, sitting here and yada-da. And, like, the man bun out and everything.
I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. It's cool.
That one was fun because we got to do, like, a photo together. I like the ones, like, that have us in it. I'm going to try to do more of those and stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems like those are the ones that people, like... They're like, yeah, like, you guys or something.
Yeah, it keeps me also refreshed in Photoshop.
True.
Doing like thumbnails every week.
Keeps your skills kind of sharp.
It does. Like you think about like these little things, like they're just good habits that keep you like fresh in the like programs you're using or whatever.
They're kind of like drills.
Yeah, this short project I've been doing, dude, was riddled with issues. But it just like keeps me fresh in like being able to troubleshoot faster. For example, I don't know if I mentioned this on the last podcast or not, but I was animating. And I realized as I was animating in Dragon Frame, which is like the stop motion animation software, I realized that when I press enter, like, okay, basically what happens is like Dragon Frame takes like, this might be boring. Is it boring? I don't know.
Well, we're already into it.
It's film talk. Yeah. All right, let's just go into it.
For our stop motionists out there.
For our stop motionists out there. So like, basically, Dragon Frame, like, you press enter, and it's supposed to, take a photo with your camera, right? But, like, the preview that you watch back, I didn't know this. The preview that you watch back is not the actual photos that are taken by your camera. There's, like, the live view from your camera, so you can see your camera screen on your computer, right? It's actually it's like, what you're watching back, it's a screenshot of the live view.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like a lower...
Right.
Yeah. Right. And so basically, like, that means that, like, you have to click another button to see the actual photos.
Right.
And this happened to me once
before.
It's like a proxy. Yes, it's like a proxy. It happened to me once before, and basically, like... But what happened was just that the photos ended up looking way brighter than they should have. Because they looked different. Like...
But why does that happen where, like, the live image looks completely different than the preview?
I think it's because your camera settings, like your ISO and stuff, might be up, but, like, the preview doesn't see that the ISO is up. I don't know. For some reason. I don't know. But, anyway, for whatever reason, this project, and luckily that didn't happen with the long-term one, but this one, none of the actual photos were taken. my camera just like didn't take the photos.
Fuck.
So I was like, oh,
panic mode.
My God.
You were animating.
I was like animating like all night. I was like, what in the actual
I would hate to shoot a movie and then realize that like the cap was on the lens the whole time.
Dude, it was because I could watch it back. So I'm like, what the? I think there's got to be a way for me to like.
You can watch the previews back, but you can't watch the actual.
I'm like
individual
photos.
Right.
I'm like, there's got to be a way for me to export the previews, but there wasn't really. So
that's fucking stupid.
What I ended up doing was quick timing, like screen recording the playback.
That's pretty rough. That's pretty ghetto.
yeah, but you got to get creative because I'm like, it's better to have something than nothing.
This is the only,
and this is good like troubleshooting opportunity.
Exactly.
And so I did that, and I put that in like Premiere, or I put that in Did I put that in Premiere next? Yeah, I put that in Premiere or something. And then I realized because I started like animating the mouths because I talked about this, but I have to animate the mouths separately, like. That did I talk about this last time? Oh,
I don't think you did.
I don't think so. Okay. I realized basically that like I was animating the mouths on accident at 24 frames per second. Mm-hmm. I filmed it initially at 12 frames per second, which means it's on twos, so it's like it should be like it's like two stills every, because usually like 24 is like a standard.
Right.
But 12 looks pretty smooth. Anyway, I accidentally animated the mouths at 24 frames per second because the QuickTime video was at 24 frames per second.
Right. But the pictures were in 12 frames per second.
The pictures were in 12 frames per second.
But the recording's in 24.
The recording was in 24. So I accidentally animated like the mouths at 24 frames per second. And then when I watched it back, the mouths were moving way too fast. So I got like halfway through animating the mouths. And I had to delete like all of it.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Luckily, like on the way, like it took like half the time to do 12 frames per second for the mouths, and it looks better that way. Anyway, the point is like sometimes these things are just like riddled with like difficulty. Like, you know, now I'm having export issues, but it was like great to train, and that's a lot. That's
a lot better than having to like end up. Using a project for a little bit, not using it for like months, and then going back and then having that issue and not knowing what to do.
You'd be surprised at how good it's looking with all that happens.
AIDS you just have to deal with. Yeah.
No, it looks really good. Like I think, and it even looks kind of grainy. So, and in a cool way though. So
adds a look to it.
Exactly. One other thing I did was I went to Sky Zone again, like the trampoline park.
Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta cancel my membership. Oh shit.
Oh, wait, what day is it?
I still have to cancel my
membership. Oh, dude, I think today's your last day if it's not too late. So do it right after the podcast.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. They should send you an email with your member ID. Yeah, basically, like, at Sky Zone, we got the membership because it was, like, cheaper to buy the membership.
Cheaper to buy the membership and then come back, like, multiple times a day. It's also cheaper than just a regular ticket.
Do you have a tissue in here?
No, I unfortunately don't.
All right, you might have to do a Sean podcast for me.
Oh yes, right, a Sean only episode. Get out of here.
I'm gonna go grab a tissue.
All right, ladies and gents, it's your boy Sean. I'll hold it down for you. Anyway, back on the Sky Zone topic. So they had this deal where like either you could come in and get a ticket for that day, and it'd be like like $30 or something like that, probably a little less than that, or you can get the membership for like $24, $25 and then come back any day for the month. And obviously, because me and Kevin are cheap bastards, we're gonna take that deal. We're gonna take that membership deal. So we took the membership deal, and I think we talked about some of our Sky Zone stories over these last couple of episodes. We've been there a couple of times now. I guess for you it's twice. I've been there 4 times.
Oh my god, that's why you didn't want to join Jay and I.
Yeah, I was like, look, I'm tired of Sky Zone.
Yeah.
I was there 4 times because me, Kevin, Jacob went that first time.
Did Jason want his birthday there because you went there?
No, they already planned that before I even went there.
So Jason's been to.
So I didn't know.
Oh.
I went with my brother, and then he had a friend that wanted to go to Sky Zone like on like a random day, so I went with them.
At least it's actually so good you got the membership.
It was great that I got the membership. I kept going freaking back there.
If you don't have to pay today, yeah.
Yeah. So and then I went again for my brother's birthday. Yeah, he had like a whole birthday party at Sky Zone.
Yeah.
So I went there for a 3rd time. At that point, I was like, all right, I'm done. I didn't even join you for that.
Wait, you went
that
a fourth time though, I thought, too.
Yeah, I realized the fourth time I could have gone would have been with you and Jay.
Oh,
but I actually bailed out of that, so it's only 3 times.
Jay, my brother, was like trying to go again because we both got the membership, so we were like, hey, might as well use it one more time before we cancel it, because it was so fun the first time. It was so fun. So like we went again, and like we did a lot. This time we did a lot more of like the sort of like parkour stuff that we didn't do the first time.
I saw on your Instagram the
warp wall. Yeah,
the warp wall thing.
Yeah,
I've always been over there, but I've never actually done the warp wall.
Yeah, I felt like I was an American Ninja Warrior. It was awesome.
Dope.
It was really fun.
It's pretty dope.
It made me want to like get a subscription to like a parkour gym or something.
And just parkour every now and then.
Yeah. You remember how like Emmy used to work at like the that one?
Yeah, was it Danny?
Danny and Emmy.
They both worked there?
Yeah, I think Josh worked there too.
The whole freaking family worked there?
I think so.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because there was like a parkour gym, and then there was like an American Ninja Warrior gym like right next to each other. Or something.
See, I've never gone there with either of them, but I saw a lot of like pictures of you guys like hanging out there.
It was so cool because we could just like run around the gym, do like
jump around, do some
parkour.
picture.
I was able to do like a flip on like this one little like bouncy surface and like land on my feet.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that right now.
Yeah, we're not as limber as we used to be.
I mean, maybe I could if I trained it up.
Have faith, man. Have faith. Yeah, we'll work out this time around. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You'll get the flip in.
Yeah. Anyway, is there anything like you'd been meaning, you've been scratching, itching to talk about or something?
Itching to talk about. I don't want to roast people. I have a slight itch to flame some people out here.
What is it?
It'd be pretty foul, because I know that these people... I don't know that these people would know that I'm talking about them, but I kind of want to smoke them right now. You think I should do it?
I don't know. It depends on what give me like a rough... a broad description of what the topic is.
Well, I could expand this. It depends on where we want to go with this, but just... men not putting in the work anymore in terms of getting a woman's attention and then trying to lock that in and like starting a relationship.
What do you mean?
Well, not that this is in the patriarchal world, right? The man is supposed to like approach a woman and say like, "Oh, I'd like to take you on this date," and then eventually meet her parents and then do all the like. And given like fuck the patriarchy and all that, like we don't have to really follow societal rules like
fuck
that.
The patriarchy, keychains on the ground.
Is that a bar from somewhere?
Yes, it's from like the All Too Well 10-minute version.
God damn it! Taylor Swift is the GOAT. God damn it. Anyway,
it was like Jake Gyllenhaal's car keys or something. He had like a fuck the patriarchy like thing on his car keys.
Oh really?
Something like
that. Is this like a true thing, or is this just something she made up for the song?
I think it's a true thing.
I see.
I'm sure you could ask a Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah, but even Taylor Swift fans don't genuinely know because
no, they do. They know her.
I don't know. I hear Taylor Swift is like you'll never fully know.
She's kind of mysterious.
She's mysterious like that.
Yeah, I think that was like a known
girl
thing though. But anyway, go ahead.
It's just like I feel like I try to be a very classic man out here and like not do like anything super toxic or manipulative or anything like that. Just because I have respect for other human beings.
Right.
But I see a lot of dudes out here, like it's just like a lot. It's like more than 5.
Yeah.
That
when you say out here, you mean like in LA or just like in general?
In general, out here and back in Maryland.
Okay.
Like I've seen people, like a lot of dudes, just be tools. Does that make sense? They just try to like invade a woman's life up until they don't have any more options, and then it's like, all right, since I'm the only one sticking around, you are gonna end up with me. It's like
I hate that way of scheming. That's not even scheming.
That's not even like scheming. It's just like it's like simpleton.
It's like you know what I mean? It's like the weakest way to like.
It's weak because it shows that you don't have any confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
As a human being.
Right.
I'm not saying you have to be super chivalry, like open doors all the time. Although a lot of girls, I think, love having a door open for them. But again, you don't have to do like the most gentleman, like 1940s style or whatever. But like have a little self-respect and just like ask a woman on a date.
You're kind of talking about like the best friend route.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. best friend route.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that.
Yeah.
I fucking hate. Now look, you should try to make a little friend with the person that you want to try and start a relationship with, because it's important to be friends in general.
Yeah.
With someone that you want to have, a long-term thing with. But there are people that like try to be best friends and then like think they can sneak their way into a full relationship.
You're so
from
right.
that.
It's so true.
And it's like, okay, I can understand like maybe you try to hide as a best friend thing just to test out if you even rock with them at all.
Yeah.
And this could go either way. This could go man, woman.
I think the best friend route, in my opinion, is like, it makes more sense when you're younger, because like you don't understand like girls at all, and you're just like,
you're just fucking scared.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is why like Rex, like Best Friend by Rex Orange County is such a banger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, recent controversy aside,
recent controversy. We gotta circle back to that.
But but the point is like that song is a banger because like so many people can relate. You're gonna want to be my best friend, baby. I think that's part of the reason, because he's trying to scheme, so he's like trying to take the best friend route. But it's like, if you just like take the best friend route and then you either like never make a move.
That's it. It's okay. I think it's okay to take the best friend route if you eventually come out of the best friend route
and make a move,
and either make a move or just say what's really going on, or like
say what's going on, admit it.
Be truthful about yourself and your intentions and what you want.
It's like people in denial, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, the best friend route, not the best strat. Like everybody can relate to it.
There's different strats to this, but I think the best friend route is like A is one of the laziest ones.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's not actually like. Well, the weird thing is like
you put more effort in the long term.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was gonna say you put in more effort because like you end up like spending all your time with the person, like because you're their quote unquote best friend. But then you know what I'm saying.
But it's just so like it's like conniving. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's like
conniving.
You're trying to like manipulate.
But you're putting in. But that's what I'm saying. Like you're putting in more work, but you are disrespecting yourself. Because you aren't admitting your feelings, and then you're getting less reward. Because then she might just think that you're best friends, and then you'll do.
I hear from a lot of girls that they get so upset that they had this friend that was a guy for a long time, and all of a sudden they admit their feelings, and it's like, oh my god, was that friendship just like you trying to hit on me? And it's like yeah, that's what that was. They were just trying to get with you.
A lot of the time it is exactly. So be careful with the best friend route,
and that also ties to like a bigger thing, a bigger issue with men, and I think that's like we aren't good at wanting, like, sharing how we genuinely feel. We're not good at that. We don't practice it enough.
That's one of my resolutions for 2023 is to, I think I said this on the last episode, take more risks and stuff. But for some reason it feels like risky to, I don't know, I feel like there's always so much like nuance to like scheming in general. Like when I say scheme, by the way, like I don't know if people
it sounds like we're plotting. It sounds like we're these evil that's like scientists. So
scheming is like, when I say
scheming is a slang term.
It's like a slang term for like romantic endeavor or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
like you find somebody that you fancy, and you try to come up with a strategy to how to woo them or get their attention.
Exactly. And I call it like scheming.
Some people call it plotting. Some people call it
scheming, like that.
Scheming.
Like, scheme. Yeah. Like, oh, are you scheming? Yeah, it's fun. I just like it. It's fun. But anyway, I realize like for some reason it feels like when you're scheming, you have to come up with some creative way to do it, because like. You want to impress the girl, you want her to notice you.
Don't want to blend in with every dude either.
So a lot of the times it feels like you can't go like the basic route, like excuse me, like, would you go on a date with me? Because it's like, it feels like...
You know what's funny, though? That's not even the basic ride anymore, because no one ever...
Exactly,
no one does that.
Like, nobody does it.
Yeah.
So, but it feels like, you feel like you're not, like, suave enough or something if you do that.
Yeah.
But then nobody, like you said, nobody ends up doing it. But I will say this, like, doing that is definitely more suave than the best friend route.
I think it's super duper suave, because like... First of all, as in general, like a lot of dudes our age don't have the gall to even do that.
The pressure to be suave is another thing that you could also talk about.
That's true. There's a big pressure that men have to be like the slickest, most like confident dudes of all time.
Yeah.
Just do whatever. But here's the thing: if you want to have, if you're trying to like woo somebody, the fact that you have enough gall to just ask somebody on a date, it already puts you on like a top 10% tier of like, damn, like this dude like can do that. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of women would be impressed that you have like the testicles to
I agree.
ask them out.
I think it's the year of being upfront, being direct.
Exactly, man. Tell them how you feel. Man, woman, or whatever you are.
I wrote this. I've been writing in my notes app a lot recently. Yeah. And I wrote this thing the other day. I was like, yo, just send it. Like,
send it. Yeah.
Like you know, you might like want to text someone, but you're just not sure. You're like, just fucking do it.
Just do it, dude. And you know what? You might get smoked, but it's better to get smoked than to fucking like just fucking sit here, never taking a chance, being afraid of what's going to happen. Like, just go for it, man. Because at the end of the day, regardless on whatever result occurs, at least you were 100% honest with yourself about how you feel, and even like that will make you feel more confident as a human being. And even like I thought about this too. I'm like, so many people, you know, we feel like this weird thing, like we feel awkward reaching out to people from the past. That we maybe say it was maybe a short-term romance or a short-term fling, and you feel like, oh well, that was so long ago and this person doesn't care anymore, and like, so I'm not going to reach out because they don't care. But, like, you realize, like, you both could go your whole lives thinking about each other for the rest of time. And you would never know unless you asked. Exactly. Because you both could be too scared to ask each other and think that it wasn't that big of a deal when you both felt the vibes. So it's, like, total, like, just think about it like that. Think about it like you're doing yourself a service by reaching out, by sending the message. And although you might get the smoke, it's honestly better in the long term if your end goal is to be romantically connected with that person. Yeah, like, what do you want, man? What do you want? To just sit here and then constantly think about it? Or do you want to just, like, get smoked and accept that and then maybe it'll never work out? Or you don't get smoked and everything works out the way you wanted it to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta take that chance. I agree. Wow, this episode is like so like varied in like topic. A little, like, I don't even know what I'm gonna, like, all over the place. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail. Yeah, we're gonna have to just make it up as we go. There's kind of a lot of different shit in here, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. Just dudes get it together, and not just dudes, like people in general get it together. Have the gall to say what you really feel. You know what I mean? Do what you really want. Be more direct. Let's be more direct. Be more direct. I'll do it if you do it. I'm so curious on what that like SWAT car chase thing. I saw 7 cop cars first, then 3 SWAT armored vehicles, and then a truck. Like a police department truck, like pickup truck. It was like comedic. It was like right after that didn't stop. It was like they were, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they just like it just like zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah. And that was just me like coming in, like, and I saw 7. There might have been even some earlier that we were trying to ignore. Like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. The city must be going crazy, man. I'm gonna search up what that is, and hopefully next episode I'll talk about it or something. Well, we'll see what's happening today. I'm gonna finish this coffee. Yeah, we're back in LA, part 2. You know what I mean? Go get some food. Go hang out with the homie. Yup. And then shout out Kayla. We're heading your way soon. And then you got just more on the plate, I guess, just to do. You know what I mean? And like, then we tackle part 2. Part 2. LA part 2. LA part 2. We tackle some new bullshit. Exactly. All right, everybody. I guess that'll wrap it up for today, right? Yeah, I guess I'll wrap it up. It's been your guy, King Kudjo. And Cough Drippy coming at you live from the city of Los Angeles. Oh, yeah. Los Santos. Exactly. Los Santos. And 2 Chainz. Peace. I like that one.